and welcome to White Lotus, an Avatar podcast. For anyone listening, this is our first podcast with a video that's able to be found somewhere. Not
You're
on
really
podcasts.
struggling here. Yeah, let me just listen to audio.
What?
You know what? If you're watching the video, then you can see what I just did. But that's the mystery in it all. So honestly, let's get down to business. How's life
defeat
been?
the Huns.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no.
I live in
no,
China.
No.
200 years ago.
So down on our notebook, you have written down, we don't have free will. Elaborate. Oh my god, we're Hannah and Shannon.
Every time.
I know.
I'm Shannon. This is Hannah. We're sisters.
And she doesn't believe that we have free will. More on that.
No, this is just something I found the other day when I was listening to This American Life, the mother of podcasts besides Serial. And they were just saying that as like a neurosurgeon and someone who deeply believes in science, it's just inconceivable that we have free will, because everything you do, they just explained it as every decision you make, such as raising your hand or something, is done because as a reaction. You raised your hand because there was a reaction to your muscle saying you need to make this movement, which responded to your brain. But where did that start? That was just a combustion of your brain. Everything is made of atoms and molecules and of chemicals and science.
Then what is an atom?
What do you mean, what is an atom? It's an atom. There's like subatomic particles that are smaller than atoms.
Atom.
Don't ruin this moment, Adam.
Disgusting. Yeah. What part of my free will, what part of life has led up to me just being obsessed with the phrase disgusting?
No, they're saying that everything, it's almost like a fact of randomness almost.
Everything you don't just raise your hand because you can raise your hand. It is the thing.
It's a decision that's made because of another reason.
Why?
Such as, like, you raised your hand as a reaction to something else. And there's the theory that if you were to go through your life again, you would make the same exact decisions. Like, your life wouldn't be any different. Even if it's, like, looking at a menu deciding between two things. There's something about, like, the air.
That's because your personality.
I guess, but still.
It's literally.
It's already written.
All right.
It's
so
written
if I have a choice between something I don't like.
Salad and a cheeseburger. That's the example they use.
No, ravioli.
Okay. Do you not like it?
I hate ravioli.
Who'd have thunk?
Yeah. I also hate ravioli type things like Pop Tarts. I don't like Pop Tarts.
Pop Tarts is not a subcategory of ravioli.
Are you serious? Think for a moment. Think about what a Pop Tart is and tell me that it's not a ravioli.
It's bread with, like, thick icing in the middle.
All right, but is that not a ravioli? Ravioli is just like
I'm
pasta
sorry.
with stuffing in the middle.
I'm sorry, are you saying that a sandwich is a type of ravioli?
No, because it's not sealed around the edges, but a Pop-Tart is.
Uncrustables are. That's literally
Uncrustables are ravioli. Change my mind. You cannot. You just foamed at the mouth a little bit.
No, what were you saying about...
All right, so if I had a choice between ravioli and
cake. Just say anything.
All right, ravioli and brownies. I would.
Thanks.
All right, I would pick the brownies because I like brownies more than ravioli.
Exactly. So that's obviously written in stone. Like, you obviously were going to pick that from the get-go, from the start, before the option
because of my personality.
Yeah, your personality is already written in stone. So every decision you make, since you have a personality, every decision you make is going to be written in stone based off that.
But then your personality is your free will. Like, that's you. That's your will.
Your personality is made up of atoms and chemicals and stuff.
Everything!
It's just a reactionary thing.
Ugh, Vine compilations are made up of atoms. I'm glad I'm a comedian, y'all. But also...
It gives a theory that if you were to start
I literally do not understand this. But I don't understand what you're trying to say.
They gave the example of that guy who fell on the ice and he had, like, a spur of amnesia. And his wife said, when he asked his wife, like, what happened to me? She was like, you slipped on the ice. And he said, oh, that's not a way you want to get off the ice. And then he would start over and say, what happened? And she would say the same thing. And he would say the same joke every single time, multiple times. And you know what? Sometimes I go through these episodes and I think something, when you or something say something on the podcast and I think, oh, this thing, and then I end up saying it next there, or I know that at that moment
That's
I was
called
thinking
your
the
memory.
same thing.
I don't understand what you're trying to
just,
say.
Like, there's a reaction.
You're saying, like, oh, yeah, we live because of cells. Like, yeah, we do.
It's
Is
just
that
saying that
supposed
we
to be
don't-
something, like, amazing or something?
We don't have the choices we think we do.
But we
Everything is
literally
written in
do.
stone. We don't.
But that's because it's written in stone by us.
But every decision you make is going to be based on something, based on the lighting, based on how you
It's
felt
not
that
based on
day.
the lighting.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's what commercials and advertising is made of.
Well,
it's
that's-
having you make decisions based on these.
That's just the monkey-like part of your
unsubconscious-
brain. Like, big colors make me happy. Let's go with that.
You know what? Neuroscientists
I don't
are with me when we don't have free will, and I
don't think they're
completely
saying
get-
we don't have free will.
They're saying, how is it possible that we have free will? How is it possible? You can say, obviously it feels like it's free will. We feel like it's free will, but scientifically, how is that possible?
Because I think, and I'm like, disgusting. And I can do that. That is free will.
I think you're not digging deep enough.
I literally do not understand what you're trying to say. But anyway.
Oh, well. I think, hopefully I changed someone's mind on what they thought about free will.
Honestly, tweet us down. I don't know, but contact
Comment
us.
on Apple Podcasts.
Oh, heck yeah. Go to our Twitter. What's our Twitter?
How should I know? That's your one job. Hannah has one job. To run the Twitter, tweet a little bit, and I do
Easter
that.
egg.
I end up doing that.
Easter egg time. Look in the descriptions of everything. You'll see Shannon just be like, Hannah's literally useless.
That could be a lie. You wouldn't even know that. Have you ever even checked that?
No.
I just told you that, and you blatantly believed it.
Yeah. One time, I think it was like, I saw this one thing, and it was just like, spiders and lobsters fall into the arachnid category. Which, if you think about it, crabs have 8 legs. Spiders have 8 legs. Tell me where I'm wrong on this. This is exactly like the ravioli thing. Am I wrong?
Okay, then let's
Am I wrong?
Then let's make a deal that if that's true, then we also don't have free will. That's the compromise.
All right, so if Pop Tarts and Uncrustables
If
are
Pop-Tarts
ravioli,
is ravioli,
if
and
Pop Tarts are
crabs-
ravioli, then we do not have free will. All right, that's the quote for the tweet this time.
Fine.
If Pop Tarts are ravioli, then we don't have free will. All right. Anyway, so there was a
situation the other day, like 2 days ago.
We spinach each other's sandwiches. This is embarrassing. Anyway.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh my god. Anyway, we had rats, and not rat roach.
We had our parents begged us to not call them rats.
Oh yeah. Wait, no. Oh yeah.
They were technically
like,
mice, but honestly, anything that gets on my nerves is a rat.
it's true. Technically,
It truly
we're
was.
all rats. Pop Tarts are ravioli.
Are we arachnids?
Arachnids. Hybrid rats. Arachnids.
If my ears start growing legs, that would
Hey.
still only be 6.
If you're strong enough.
What if your fingers grow legs?
No,
Spider-Man
your fingers are
goes
legs.
like this.
But that's not.
Your fingers are toes.
Yeah.
Phalanges, if you must. If you want to get
All right.
technical.
How many fingers do I have?
10.
But technically, thumbs aren't fingers, so I have 8.
Fine. If you're okay, so we can claim that your thumbs grow legs.
All right. So basically,
I just want to be a spider.
crabs are spiders. Pop Tarts are ravioli. We don't have free will, and we only have 4 fingers. Wait, no. Wait, 8 fingers. Dude, philosophy podcast, man. Anyway, so we had rats, mice, rats.
We had so many of them. 2 of them were trapped in the same trap.
All right, that was like the only time we saw the rat. There was like, I don't
No,
know.
there were 2 more that same morning. They just were disposed of.
But honestly,
Earlier.
none of them have showed up anymore. So either they got smarter, which is terrifying. They grew 4 more legs and they became spiders. Rat birds.
Why do you do that?
Listen, I can't help it. I'm sorry to flex on my haters that aren't able to burp, but frankly, it's just like that.
Can you hold it in? Or
No!
I don't know.
You literally can't hold it in.
You have to either make it a louder noise or don't do it at all.
I try. All right, non-burping. All right, burping expert that has never burped before.
Don't do that.
You said make it louder. I don't know
wasn't
what
louder.
I'm sorry. That's as best as I can do. Anyway, so our rats. They somehow, 2 of them got stuck in one trap. One of them
I woke up in the morning hearing like these little scurrying noises for hours. I don't know
And you
what I
didn't
assumed it
do
was.
anything?
Because I thought it was in the trash can, and I thought if I like opened the trash can, open it up and look, a rat's just gonna jump on my face. So then finally,
You
when
died.
when Hannah came down, I was like,
because
let's
I'm
look in
not
the
a
trash
coward.
can. I wanted an audience. I wanted someone to Snapchat it, and I don't have a Snapchat.
I did Snapchat the entire thing. I don't think I saved the story though, which is
No, are you kidding? I told people about this. I said, don't worry, you can
Hold
watch
on,
it on my
hold on.
sister's Snapchat.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I did. I don't think I did though, which is depressing.
But these rats, it was so loud. We find out it wasn't
yeah,
in the trash
I didn't
can.
save it.
We
Which is
tragic.
oh my god.
I cannot believe that. I thought it was in the trash can, not in the trash can. We finally opened up the drawer. This was live Snapchat. I wouldn't call it necessarily your ABC live production of Grease.
What are you trying to say? There were 2 mice in one trap. Okay, one was dead, one was alive.
Very alive.
It was breathing. It was like and
It was trying to escape. But at the same time, it had lost its spirit, but not its will.
no, it didn't. It didn't lose its spirit.
It
If
looked
anything, it had
depressed.
so much spirit. Of
It
course
looked-
it's depressed. It's trapped in a mouse trap. Rat
We've
trap.
all played the game. Mousetrap from the 90s.
We haven't.
Our cousins had it.
I'm Gen Z.
I don't even know what gen I am. Gender. That's
Did
what I
you just
am.
assume my gen narration? Excuse me. I personally identify as a millennial.
I know. Maybe it is accurate. I love saying things that I have no idea about.
I know I'm not a millennial. I don't think,
I think
you
I
are.
am.
I don't think you are.
Because I think it cuts off at 2000.
No. I think I read it was like from early 70s to early
80s?
No, early 90s.
Oh,
And you're late 90s.
I know.
I'm pretty sure you're Gen Z. I'm Gen Z. I'm Gen Z.
Z is like the last plan. It's like,
I know, what do we do?
options. This is our last thing. We're just going to throw it into the fire and hope it burns. What an insult.
But did they ever start out with a Gen A?
I haven't even we're both Gen A.
Generations of oh my god, A for Adam. Whoa! Generations of Adam. Dude. Children of Eden is a great musical. It's pretty good.
Don't say stuff about musicals if you're not a hardcore musical theater kid.
That's true. Honestly, wig flew. My wig that I wear for my musicals that I do, it flew.
I'm sorry, are you implying that you do musicals? Because A, you don't, and B, you don't listen to musicals even if I send you them and say, you have to do this and listen to this and experience this.
While that is true, I have the personality of a theater kid. Honestly, no, I don't, because that's insulting myself.
You have the
No
personality
offense
of the
to
stage
all
chicks
the
who are
yeah.
obsessed with musicals but are also wear all black and are just oh, musical theater kids.
God. Again, wig flew, but whatever, sis. Anyway.
I'm
So-
your sister.
That's why I said whatever, sis. What are you implying? I don't understand. Disgusting.
I wanted to see if you would admit that we're not related.
God, I wish we
couldn't
weren't.
be any more different.
Are you sure? Because people say that they literally can't tell our voices apart.
I know.
Which is,
unfortunate to say the least.
God, we are literally finishing each other's sentences. I hate this.
Period.
Period.
I was finishing your sentence. It was a little late.
Stop. Oh my
God.
God.
I got her done. Got the job done. Was that the end of the rat story? I guess.
No.
Oh, no. We poked it a lot. We spent hours upon hours just looking at it.
I did not poke it because I am a sympathetic human being, but Shannon's just like, die, rat. She poked it. She's like, a dead rat in a drawer. Let's poke it.
No, the rat had flipped itself over and was breathing very heavily and was like twisting its neck, and I kept flipping the mousetrap over so it would have an easier time breathing. So a longer suffering towards its inevitable death.
But anyway, we had to like exist like that for hours until
we just had to listen to this poor rat
because we didn't want to touch it. We didn't want to touch the rat.
There were hours when it would lose hope, and then like it just gained it back for a second. You just had to think.
No, you didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, you didn't have to think.
You had to go upstairs because you were like, "This is too depressing and too sad to be down here listening to this rat."
I had breakfast. Saw the rat, was like, ugh. Then went back upstairs to take a nap. That's just, frankly, it's just like that.
There were tears rolling down your face every time that mouse squeaked.
Because it sounded so scared.
Yeah.
And then we brought our cat down to see if he could do anything.
Oh, yeah.
And he literally was useless. He
just
sat
stared
there.
at it. No, he looked around the kitchen on the counter because we'd never put him there before. So he's like, oh,
but he jumps on the counter all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I honestly block the cat from my field of view. Like a blind spot that just constantly follows wherever the cat is. Just consistently ignoring the cat.
This is why people hate you.
Someone asked me yesterday, they were like, I was telling a story about the cat, and they're like, why do you call it the cat? And you've never referenced a gender. Do you know what it is? And I was like, wow, we really haven't called the cat by a name in years. We just say the cat.
I do.
And we just call it an it.
Yeah, the cat.
I wouldn't even be able to say, honestly.
No, what's your best guess? I know you're doing that for a bit, so I'm going to expose you. You know the cat's gender. You know the cat's name.
I know it's a boy. It's a boy! His name is Vanilla Bean.
Which is
first
so
and
lame.
last name. It's
Vanilla Bean.
He's a relative of Mr. Bean's from the movie.
It's true. That's his father. Illegitimate.
Give birth to a cat.
Illegitimate child, though.
Straight out the butt.
Is that not how babies are born?
A perfect kitten. Purr.
Disgusting. Anyway,
This is our Christmas episode, believe it or not. Enough about rats.
Oh, yeah. AKA this girl over here.
What was that supposed to be? We know you're over here.
Skirt.
You're not wearing a skirt. Skirt. Is that you screeching on the brakes to stop to get here?
No. A skirt. Oh, hold on. Skirt is when you turn really fast, and your car goes skirt. So if they say skirt, skirt, it's like turn that attitude around, girl. Turn that frown upside down.
What do you want for Christmas? What's on your wish list?
Alright, so on my I'm gonna wish for it, but it's definitely not gonna happen.
Just go to wish.com.
Stop. Please, I'm begging you to stop. Anyway, I want a full-size bed with
How sad.
literally, I have a freaking like twin bed. It's like a gross IKEA mattress. It's like from when I was 7. I've broken it so many times, literally, because it was a part of a bunk bed. Because, you know, as a child, having my own room, not sharing with anybody, I was just like, you know what I need to have? I need to have a bunk bed.
For my metaphorical other self.
Oh, yeah. So
My split personality.
No. I would lay on the bottom of it, all right? And then I would astral project as I sleep up to the top bunk. Because I was too scared to sleep there with my physical body.
I know, you wanted the bunk bed so you could sleep on the top, but you never slept on the top.
I know. But honestly, the bottom part was super cool. I would always, tuck in my blanket. And, I would always tuck in my blanket, make like a little cave, and it was super homey. So I want one of those, and then a new case, and then a new battery, so my phone doesn't die all the time. I mean, other than that, that's all I really look for in a phone, you know?
So you just want accessories for your phone?
Essentially, yes. It's a lot cheaper than a new phone. My phone works fine. It's a bit slow, but frankly, it's just like that.
What about books or movies or like cool knickknacks? Honestly, go to the thrift store. If you were ever buying something for me, you just go to the thrift store, pick out the weirdest looking thing, clothing-wise or item-wise, and I'll love it. Oldest and weirdest looking thing.
Oh my god, I know what I'm gonna get you. I need to write this down real quick.
I buy so many things from the thrift store that I'm never gonna use, but I spend money on them, and they just sit in my room doing nothing. I have a typewriter.
Yeah, don't you have 2 typewriters?
No, I only have one. But
you have a vintage radio. I got a vintage radio from the thrift store. It was
that one's cool.
Oh yeah, it's so cool. You have to like hand tune it. You have to put the antenna up. I love that thing.
No, but I had a radio, a plug-in radio that I loved it and I used it every single day except one day it started having this constant static, really low. And like I would turn it up and down, like down all the way, and it would still be there.
Yeah, that happened to me.
After a while, and that was so crazy that I just turned it off and I don't use it, which sucks because I love it so much. But fortunately, I don't want to get haunted by any ghosts. I'm not letting them communicate with me. If they're living here, I'd rather it be unknown. Like I don't care if they're here. I just don't want to know about it. You know, I don't want to give them a way to communicate with me.
But honestly, enough about that. Let's get to the episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the episode is Imprisoned.
Yes.
Season 1, Book 1, Chapter 6.
Yes. You told me a lot of stuff. Our father just walked by. He's really disappointed in all of us, to be honest. But a lot in this podcast, you were about to say something while we were watching the episode. You were about to say something, and they're like, "No, I'm gonna discuss."
That was just once.
It was twice.
Just once.
Twice.
I only know one thing then.
That's really unfortunate. Anyway, so they start off the episode. So in last episode, King Boomy and all, they just skirted out of there. You know, proper use of skirt.
Yeah, so now they're in a forest. They have nothing to eat except these awful nuts.
Which, like, I don't know, it's weird.
Beggars can be choosers. Sokka came over being like, "Here, guys, this is what I found."
Yeah,
for
literally,
you.
Katara and Aang were just chilling there while, like, Sokka was out going to get that
And they were
food,
like, "You're kidding."
getting that bread. And they're like, excuse me? And then they find a frankly attractive, not to be heterosexual or all, but a frankly attractive earthbender called Haru. Hello. So this earthbender, Haru, permission to earthbend?
They're not allowed to earthbend.
Permission denied!
That's basically what the episode is about.
Literally.
They caught him earthbending, and he's like, he ran away straight away because this town is overrun by earthbenders trying to use their coal. So they're not only is the government
No. Firebenders imprisoning the earthbenders
for their coal. So not only are they being abused by these firebenders, they're also not allowed to bend.
they have to pay taxes. Like crazy taxes.
Yeah. The Fire Nation is not their government. They have an Earth King.
Yeah.
He's not doing it. Of course, we know that from the episode with the Earth King, that he doesn't do a good job as it is.
Literally, the entire thing is run by the Daily, which honestly, you know, those like things where it's just like a person controlling a puppet and then a person controlling that person because they're a puppet and just goes up. And at the top of the tier, it's Minecraft YouTubers. That's what the Earth Kingdom is.
Honestly, from the looks of the aesthetic of the show,
I'd
believe it.
Literally.
Oh, this episode does cool things with, I don't know if I just missed it in other episodes, but the backgrounds are like a painting.
Oh, yeah.
And then the things that are going to move are like a different type of animation, a more like 2D-ish animation. Mm-hmm. So you always know like when something is going to move because it's animated differently.
It is.
But the background,
and it's like
really
very
beautiful.
traditional like painting background. It's pretty cool.
It's nice.
But anyway,
so they find Haru in the town. Aang asks someone if he wants to trade his bad nuts for,
which honestly might be rocks. So.
Yeah, for a hat, and the guy is like, "Sure, yeah, that's not a fair trade."
Maybe if the only nuts out there are like you have to scour the forest for them. Maybe they're rare find, like truffles. Dude, what if it was a truffle?
I thought truffles were chocolate.
No, in France, because I remember in French class we talked about truffles. No, or was it Spain? I don't know. I don't know, but like truffles, they like grow they're like a certain kind of mushroom that grows at the base of oak trees, and like only dogs and pigs can sniff them out. I think pigs originally used to sniff them out, but they usually eat them, so they're training dogs too. And it's like $1,000 a pound.
Oh.
Yeah. Those are genuine truffles.
They were disgusted at them. I'm sure they're not truffles.
Yeah. Unless they're uncultured swine.
So they meet Haru.
Yeah. Haru!
In his shop, and they're like, "Oh, you're the guy who was earthbending." He's like, "What? That's not
like,
me."
Literally, like,
I don't know her.
Yeah, like, I wig flew.
And then Katara goes and flirts with him. They go on a walk together.
And they
both
bond
have dead
over,
parents.
honestly, okay, I know a lot of people, should I say this? But, like, honestly, in modern, like, media, having an absent parent is a personality trait.
It's true.
It's true.
They use it in the Wreck-It Ralph trailer. They're like, "Do you not have a parent?"
I know. Like, literally, what princess has both their parents besides Rapunzel? Go.
Rapunzel. Oh, yeah. But I don't think that counts because she wasn't raised by them.
That's true.
So they're not really,
Name one princess with a stable family.
Riley from Inside Out.
Are you sure that family was stable? Have you seen the dad?
Did you ask stable family or family?
Stable family.
I told someone, I was telling stories last night, these people I've never met before, and they were like, "Wow, like, what is your life? You're so weird and crazy." And then my friends were like, "She's the normal one out of her family." Would you agree?
No. Carly's definitely the normal one. But
she's getting worse.
I know. We're slowly making her into a real person.
We're trying to shape her into, like, our ideal person. So we're like, you have to watch this.
All right, but also our parents are trying to shape her into their ideal person, which are two very different things. So my parents are just like, you have to study every single night. You have to learn 2 instruments. You have to do sports, and we're like, literally go ham.
We're
like do
Carly,
whatever you want. Like literally go
comedian.
insane. Yeah, go and be an actor, be a comedian. Literally do whatever you want.
I made her first acting reel when she was 5 years old.
You're literally a soccer mom.
I know. I'm a stage mom.
But yeah. So she's technically not a real person. I don't think so.
Who are you talking about?
Carly.
Oh, Carly, yeah.
She's literally she
Hermione's
doesn't have a
not.
personality yet.
Yeah.
It's a little bit there.
She
but it's not
tries
there.
to have a personality, but it's just different quotes from Vines.
Yeah, it's really true. I know I definitely wouldn't have a personality if I hadn't cut my hair when I was in 8th grade.
You wanted to go, you know what you would have gotten a personality from? You tried to go scene at one point.
Oh,
like
I remember
2000s
that. All right,
scene.
all right,
and I convinced you not to because I did not want to associate.
So if I didn't cut my hair, and with that, if I didn't get, like, my really traumatic experience freshman year, I definitely would have gotten into drugs.
Yeah, I know.
So technically, my traumatic experience that caused me to fail 4 classes freshman
We'll
year.
talk about that at one point. It's a doozy of a
Oh
story.
yeah, you can watch a YouTube video. I'll do an entire video about all that. About my dude, I'm
Year of
failing
doom.
woodshop. It's literally high school woodshop and I'm failing.
Basically a pass-fail course.
Literally. And like my teacher, he like pulled me aside and I was okay. Whenever I talk to figures of authority and they're disappointed in me, I cry. And honestly, it's because I never show them any emotion in front of my parents because then I'm like, I can't do that. So I'll never cry in front of my mom or dad. But any teachers, if they're like, I'm kind of disappointed in you, I'm like, what? But anyway, he was just like, you gotta plan things. And I'm like, I literally sobbed. And
Thank goodness someone said it.
I
Someone
know,
else
I
said it
know.
besides me.
And he's like, literally, I know that you try to do things on the fly and sometimes they work out, but the whole point of this course is like to plan things through. And I'm like, literally, I'm unable to do that. I'm physically incapable of planning anything. And that's how I do everything. I never plan anything. When I do my papers, this is a really great idea. You go to a speech to text, like generator thing. You just rant about whatever you're writing the paper on, you edit it, and then send it off. And I get essays done in detail, with connected points, super long, super quickly. And it's a good thing.
Well, I think you're supposed to go from there to editing it. Do you always skip the editing part?
No, I edit it.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, editing, it's kind of like fixing typos and clearing up words. It's not a lot like fixing the content, which I think is proofreading, maybe? I don't know. But yeah.
So when they're on their walk, they
Yeah.
see, and he's explaining why he can't earthbend because his father was imprisoned for doing that. They meet an old man at the old mine who was crushed by rock, and the only way that they can save him...
All right. So this got me fired up. So this old dude, nothing to live for, literally looks like a bobblehead. And
Looks
he's
like a raisin.
I know, a raisin bobblehead. He's like, literally, I'm dying. I'm being crushed alive. And he's like, I will risk my life to save your life because I'm a good person. Haru. And he does. He earthbends all the rocks because, like, the mine collapsed on this old man. And you know what happens? That old raisin.
The next day. Not the next day.
That night, he told the firebender. He's like, yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one who earthbended. That's the earthbender that literally saved my worthless raisin life. And Haru got set up. So Aang and Katara and everybody, they wake up the next day. Katara water bends water out of a water pipe when she literally could have just turned the nozzle.
It's that easy.
Yeah, like,
Necessary?
is that necessary,
Also,
sister?
they're like imprisoning these earthbenders for earthbending, but she's clearly wearing waterbending attire.
I know. Like, everybody wears their own attire. I feel like they really disregard that point. I mean, they could fit in. If they just had neutral clothes.
I know.
They could be
I
anywhere.
like they concoct this plan where Aang kind of airbends this rock on event to make it look like that Katara is earthbending so that she can get sent to jail, and I don't know what her plan was from there.
No, her plan, I know exactly what her plan was. Her plan was to be sent there and is like, guys, you just need to have hope. Which, honestly, second to last episode,
Ember Island players.
Ember Island players, God bless.
That type of Katara. She was basically the one who was talking.
Yeah, basically. Honestly, Ember Island, Katara, thick AF. She dummy thick. I told you to write that down. When I said that, I was like, write that down. Dummy
Why
thick.
you wanted me to write that down?
Little snitch. Oh yeah, that's the little snitch. Anyway, so she was like, you know what? I'm gonna get sent to this prison. I'm gonna be like, y'all.
Just
gotta
have
work.
a little hope.
I know. It's just like, work. Like, go do it. And they're like, nah. So she's like, what am I supposed to do?
So her friends come and rescue her, and she's like, honestly, they didn't want to be saved. She's like,
Which
"Let's
is
help
literally,
them."
no, she's like, I'm not leaving until I help them, which is literally kind of the plot of, the Boiling Rock episode in
I know,
season 3.
another episode where they're purposely get into prison
Yeah.
to save people who are in the prison. It's basically the same episode.
Yeah,
Except
kind of.
Much better, though. It's really good.
It's so
Season 3
good.
is so good.
I love season 3.
I know.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. So then Aang's just like, wait, there's a bunch of coal, which is earth, which means they can earthbend. So he does a little vent trick again. He gets all this coal out.
He jumps into the fire.
I know, literally.
Over that.
Again, pardon me. But I'm sorry.
Hannah!
Listen,
Hannah!
as a non-burper, you cannot say anything to me about burping. You don't know anything, sister.
I know enough that you're not supposed to do it into a microphone.
I'm not doing it into a microphone. Literally, we have video evidence. I was sitting right here. I was like, I wasn't like.
You could have gone like this.
But that's so unnecessary. I just do not.
This isn't what Aang would have wanted for the future. This is not the thing he avatared for.
No. All right. There's a part, I think, in more than one episode where he burps and he's like, heck yeah. All right. So Aang condones this behavior.
Okay. He burps once, twice maybe. Not every single episode in the middle of an invasion.
That's just how
battle.
I am. So then the coal is out and Qatar does another one of her speeches. And again it fails. She's like, please, like literally.
I gave you the rock. I gave you the rock. Dwayne Johnson.
Stop. I'm begging you. That phrase, disgusting.
What if she brought up Dwayne the Rock Johnson and was like, I have your material. Bend away, my liege.
Disgusting.
I'd ask for an autograph, then I'd bend the rock. Let's do some yoga.
I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
That's how you bend the rock.
I'm begging you to stop. I'm begging you dearly. Please, for 1 minute, just stop.
Rue didn't go to prison for you to be telling me to stop bending rock. The rock.
Honestly, that's true. All right.
You
got me there.
They're inspired. They're not inspired by Katara's speeches. They're inspired when Haru takes a rock and chucks it at a guard.
Yeah, because
rebellious
violence.
Teens. I forgot about violence. That's fun.
And I don't understand how they thought earthbending coal would be a good thing against firebenders, because it's just gonna create more fire. But that never happened during the episode.
Well, it's more like they're just bending hot rocks.
Lava.
That's sort of what happened when they mushed the coal together.
Almost. They could create a diamond. They could create a whole
There was
industry
probably
with
a
that.
diamond in there. They should have started a business right there in the book.
Yeah.
They ended by, like, just kind of flinging all of the firebenders off the ship, the imprisonment ship.
Yeah.
So, from that point on, they could have just, like, started their diamond business.
They really could. I don't understand why nobody took advantage of that. I know they can bend crystals, because, I think...
When?
The last episode of the second season, they bend crystals.
In what episode?
In the last episode.
You can't just say the last episode. What happened in it?
Oh my god, no spoilers. I gotta, like, close the ears.
No spoilers is all we've been saying.
That is true. Alright. You know how they're in the cave and Katara's with Zuko and she's like, I could heal you. There's all these crystals around.
She wasn't bending them.
No. But the Dai Li were.
Oh.
Yeah.
Back to when Katara was pretending to be earthbending. She's literally wearing waterbending attire.
Yeah, I feel like everybody
disregards
disregards that. But anyway, so they literally get the guards on this pile of coal and dump them into the water. And then the episode's over. They go back home and they're like, heck yeah. I think they said they were gonna, like, start a rebellion by freeing earthbenders.
Oh.
Yeah. But honestly, they could, alright, I think I've told you about the theory that diamonds are really common, but the diamond miners, they, mined all the diamonds out, and then, sabotage their own mines to look like there were no diamonds. And then, So
This is something you literally just made up. You're like, what if they
no. My friend told me about this, but they like have all these diamonds, but everybody thinks they're really rare, so they sell them for like 100% or like 1,000% profit.
Yeah, no, that's something. Diamonds aren't. I know that diamonds like aren't actually as rare and like as
Do you know
special
what's
as
the
it
cutest
is.
thing ever that I just remembered?
What?
How David made like Liza a necklace, or was it a ring, out of a rock from the rooftop where they first kissed. That's literally the cutest thing ever.
I heard him
and
say-
she broke up with him.
I heard him say, it was someone's vlog of the Vlog Squad where they were saying that people won't recognize David, but they'll say the breakup video and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I know that dude."
This is so
How iconic.
humiliating.
Let's get the David and Liza's breakup video to be the #1 liked video on YouTube.
Why? It's not likable.
I thought it was
Everybody's just like-
cute.
There was like a frowny face or like a sad face. Not a dislike, just
If we got that video to be #1 disliked, maybe we could get them back together.
yeah. Dude, if they made a getting back together video,
They'd break the internet.
they would.
Honestly, no. I think a breakup video is more of a
What
clickbait.
broke the internet that one time? Oh, it was that one selfie.
Nyan Cat.
No, it was that one selfie with Ellen.
Oh yeah.
I remember a bunch of people, and then, Kim Kardashian. Yeah, Kim Kardashian. She was just like, I'm gonna break the internet. She was like, made this whole photo shoot. She's like, I'm gonna break the internet, and then she didn't. That's so funny.
I think I remember that from like 4 years ago.
And they're like, Kim, break the internet, and she didn't. And she was like, this is so humiliating.
I work so hard every day to break the internet.
Honestly, I don't understand how people think their butts are still real. Have you seen them? It's literally like an unproportioned chicken leg. It's like a comma. Their bodies look like a comma. Like, and then...
Truly. Yeah, but that's part of their charm, is that they're like fake.
I guess so. Like, if I saw any of the Kardashians, except for Kendall Jenner. Kendall Jenner is
she's
so
just
pretty.
a natural beauty.
And honestly, Kylie Jenner is getting so much better, because now that she has a baby, she's so much more humble.
Oh my god, she had a baby.
Oh my god, you didn't know that.
I remember people were like, I think she's pregnant, and then that was the last I heard of it.
Oh my god, no, she has a baby. She named it Stormy.
Ew.
I know. Like Storm and then an I. Like Carly with an I instead of a Y.
Oh,
because
yeah.
we're original. And we totally didn't base the name off of the hit
iCarly.
series iCarly.
We just put the I at the end. Yeah.
She has that going for her.
We're all different shows. Carly's iCarly. Hannah's Hannah Montana. Me, I was the first, so I didn't have any input in the names. I hope you understand. I control this family. I make all the decisions. I crafted Hannah. I crafted Carly.
While that is
I
true,
came up with the name Hannah.
she did from Barney. And I hate it every single day. I hate the name Hannah. I don't know. It seems so basic.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Shannon.
Ugh.
Also, I can't say my name properly. Every time I say my name, someone's like, I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Like, I stutter on my own name. Because I go, Shannon. They're like, don't know what that means. I was signing up for something and they said, all right, Jan, Jan, and I was like, sure. That's one syllable. I really mumbled out a whole syllable.
I think, alright, so if I were to, like, name you now, I'd name you Josephina.
Yeah, that's my dream name. Or, like, just Joe. My new favorite name, though, is
No,
Henrietta. And be called Henry. Like, that'd be so cool. Don't I look like a Henry?
You do look like a Henry.
I know. That's the name I use in all my scripts.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't, what's the guy? David Henry. The one guy that played, the brother.
Waverly Place?
Apparently he got, like, arrested for bringing a gun into an airport.
David! Isn't he, like, the prime minister of wizards now?
Oh, yeah. Apparently.
Shaking my head. The leaders in this country.
I know. I'm pretty sure Max got all of his powers taken away, but they're like, you can run the sub shop, and he was like, oh my god, yeah.
You think that's what happened? That's what did happen.
That's unfortunate.
I think if I were to rewrite this story, I would make it so that, like, Max just got the sub shop. I don't know. I'm just quirky like that. I just make up these cool scenarios. That's what happened.
I literally want to kill you right now. Like, I hate that. I wish I could erase that from my brain. I really had to sit here and have the neurons in my brain perceive that. I really had to.
You're going to create a reaction that you didn't have a choice in making, that just came upon. Yeah.
Ravioli.
Give me the stromboli.
I gotta go. I'm sorry. I got it. This podcast is over. We went through the episode. I gotta go.
Okay, you can go. I'll finish.
Honestly, no.
Let me see if I have any more
thoughts. This podcast would be trash without me. Facts. Straight up facts. Oh, and then Zuko finds Katara's necklace. The necklace she always wears that comes in a lot, like, is a major thing at the end of the season. But now Zuko has her necklace.
Are you sure that episode is at the end of the season?
It's near the end of the season.
I don't think it's the last episode.
It's not the last episode.
I think it's the invasion.
What?
One of the many attempts at an invasion?
No. There's only there's only one real attempt as an invasion, and then they really did the whole thing. But no, because that was at the Northern Water Temple, where, like, the necklace really comes into play.
White Lotus, the only Avatar podcast where we, A, don't know anything about Avatar, and B, don't know anything about things in general.
Yeah, but
I'm Shannon.
I'm Hannah.
Signing off.
All right, hold on.
Oh, you had an
Ready?
end note. Okay.
Just to recap, all right? Nothing is real. We don't have free will. Uncrustables are ravioli. Crabs are spiders. Arachnids. And we're all really rats.
Yeah.
That's honestly it.
Oh, and also, Avatar is a show.
I feel like we never clarified that.
Yeah. Well, that's all for today, folks.
My name's Jeff.
Don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.